If you were hoping for a kick in the pants today, you're in the right place. A little bit of a darker video for you today, but it's gonna help you out. So welcome, fam. Much love. Trav here. Just got out of the ocean. Nice little swim. Changing the seasons. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. So that's sort of exciting. It's getting colder and things may start happening, and we don't know. We can't predict. That's sort of the theme right now, is to prepare yourself, because you don't know. You might have had plans pre-COVID-19 that didn't follow through. Things changed. The world's plans got disrupted, and there could be a war, there could be another pandemic, there could be massive economic crisis, there could be more social unrest, there could be the election doesn't happen, there could be you could personally die. You could have someone in your family die. You could get injured. You could lose your work. You get fired without notice. We can't predict. And the theme of this talk for you is, I want you to have urgency. I want you to be impatient, because we don't know what's happening, but what we know right now is like, the price of it, why does it seem like the price of things are going up? Why does it seem like it's getting harder to do the same things? You look around, why does it seem like more people are on their phones? Why does it seem like more people are drinking, more people are smoking, more people are depressed, more people are out of work, more people are not having their best life right now? So you need to be impatient. It's okay. People say, wait, be patient. Yeah, but you could die like real soon. You don't know. You will die eventually. You can't wait forever. You say, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'll quit tomorrow. Like, I know I should quit this bad habit that I have. You need to be urgent. You don't have forever. Push it off. Like, I'll start working out tomorrow. You got to start training today. You don't know. You might be in a car accident tomorrow. You might be in a car accident tonight. And if you have a strong core, it's going to save your life. Right? You gotta get started on your goals. It doesn't mean everything has to happen right now. Like, be patient and sticking with it, but be impatient in getting started. Getting started on learn. I'm curious. I gotta learn more. Right now, I'm reading so many books on the economy, on economics, on finances. I read a lot of books on business and making money, but right now it's like, I want to know what's going on with the world, because something is about to happen. Maybe I can't predict it, but maybe you can predict the consequences, and you can prepare and protect yourself, right? Well, you're going to start saving money and investing later. Well, I used to say, maybe not the right time for you because you're scraping by, but you really want to have nothing when shit hits the fan, right? You really want to have no money, bad habits, poor health, no community, be alone when shit really hits the fan. Start building immediately. Be impatient. Like, get your money as soon as possible. Get your savings, get your investments as soon as possible. Learn about as much as you can as soon as possible in your specific craft and your specific skill. Move up, level up, get a raise, get a promotion as soon as possible. Get started working on it today. Get started working it on tonight. Start working out as soon as possible. Improve your diet as soon as you can. Food may be more expensive in the future. You might not be able to afford the diet you can afford right now, so build up your body right now. If you have things that are holding you back, you're looking at too much porn, you're smoking too much weed, you're wasting too much time on social media. Today, don't wait. Start today. You don't have time. You might have time, but you might not have time. And in the long scheme of things, there's not really a long scheme. Like, there's billions of years that have happened. There's going to be trillions of years that are going to happen. If you're lucky, you get 80 years, 90, maybe 100 years if you live a really long time. It's short. How long has the past decade been? Long, but it passed. So the next decade, it's going to be long, but it's going to pass. And then a couple more decades are going to be long, and that's passed. And then your life is going to pass. If you even live that long, if you don't have a terminal illness or get killed in an accident or get drafted in the next world war and get sent off, you might have time, but you might not. So you have to be impatient. Please be impatient. Get to work immediately. Make the YouTube video today. Send out that proposal today. make a fuss, make a hassle, hustle. So I'm sitting here, I'm reading a lot of history, I'm studying economics, and there's been really bad times in the past. I've been studying hyperinflationary periods. I'm not necessarily predicting that for us in the immediate future, but there's times when people didn't expect it, where in modern history, like this happened in Zimbabwe recently, it happened in Austria, in Germany, in Hungary, in the 20th century. This happened to China when my dad was in China as a kid, when people would bring briefcases of money to dinner. It's not about the money. It's about that you couldn't buy food anymore. It's that butter was 20x in real purchasing price. It's that everybody got skinny and a lot of people died. It's that you took this thing for granted, that you're gonna have food, and now you don't. It's that you thought maybe you could save, but that's all wiped out. And you thought maybe you could figure it out later, and maybe even invested well, but you got wiped out too. So, just in the realm of possibility of things that could happen, we could have a world war. We could have a more deadly pandemic. We could have global economic collapse, massive deflationary period. We could have massive hyperinflationary period. It seems like printing money is on the agenda. We could have a climate disaster. I haven't even gotten into climate disaster yet. Of while all this is going on, also the ocean levels are rising that are wiping out ports and port cities, making commerce harder. All while real wealth is going down, capital is getting destroyed. These are categories of things that have happened before, and we can reasonably predict will happen again. But there's a whole category of other things that haven't happened but still could happen. We're like turkeys, and here comes Thanksgiving Day, right? You think I'm safe because I've always been safe. All my history of the past has been safe, so I'm never going to get slaughtered and eaten for Thanksgiving Day. But it happens. You can't predict it. You can only prepare for it. So there's things that are coming for you. There's things that are coming for us that we don't know. We can't plan on. Those are global events, world events. There's more things. Didn't even get into like AI, massive unemployment, things that I can't even imagine. Gamma storm event that wipes out the internet. Things sort of beyond the imagination, but those are global events. Again, there's personal events. Like, have you been fired before? You could get fired again. Have you been injured before? You could get injured again. Have you got sick before? You could get sick again. Have you been stabbed in the back before? You could get stabbed in the back again. All these things could happen with no evidence. Have you died before? No, but guess what? You will die. So that's the example of it's going to happen. So the point of this is not to depress you. The point of this is not to it is to scare you a little bit, but to share, like, this urgency is benefiting me because I'm preparing and I'm getting in a better position while living a fun life as well. But I want you to feel that urgency, to feel like you got to get your shit together yesterday. You got to get your shit together last year, but you have today, so you could start today. So stop putting it off. When it comes down to it, how hard is it really to like quit coffee or quit alcohol or quit tobacco or quit marijuana? It's not that complicated. You just stop doing it. You just have to believe, right? What does it take to change your diet and to start working out? Is you have to realize, like, have a moment. It's not that hard. It takes a moment though where you realize, well, I'm gonna die. This is gonna be pretty rough. I want to improve. I want a chance at a good life. So that is my message for you today. If you found that useful, please hit the thumbs up button. Please share this video. If you want me to go more in depth on anything that I talked in this video, like share some of the things I've learned about economics, or share some of the things that I've learned about just preparation. Well, let me share with you a little bit about how I'm prepared. So I live in I grow food. You look at a lot of so you look at what happened in hyperinflationary periods or economic breakdowns. The peasants do well, the farmers do well. Not always, because sometimes people come and seize their land, but people who have access to the food do well. So I have access to the land, right? That's good. I also have two main sources of income. I have more sources beyond that, but I'm not dependent on one or the other. My business could die and I still have my job. My job could die and my business could do well. And a nice thing about my work is that part of my pay is in um, food and housing. So it's sort of inflation proof. If there's a inflationary, deflationary period, all be good. I'm saving money. I've got cash. I've got Bitcoin. I feel good about that. I've got sheep and pigs and a goat and chickens. How many sheep is a Bitcoin going to be worth in 2030? Right? Because in some of these events, like the price of milk becomes unobtainable. People can't afford the price of eggs, even the rich people, right? So what else am I doing? Physically preparing, training, working out. Practice, like I'd like to add more fat and add more muscle and just in preparation, but I also like to fast because there may be some fasting in the future. There may be some non-optional fasting coming in the future. So it's good to practice that and to be okay with that. What else am I doing? Reading as much as possible, studying as much as possible, planning as much as possible, and yeah, figuring out the best situation. Building community, building relationships is really important, something that I'm doing. All this makes me feel secure, and my secure makes my days better because I feel better about the days. And this is also another point that I want to hammer in with you. You do these things, you have really good todays. Also, you have less stress and less anxiety about the future because you're like, fucking bring it on, man. It's gonna be carnage. It's gonna be history repeating itself, but I will be okay because I think about it. Charlie Munger said, I spent quite a bit of time, something like, I spent my life thinking about what could go wrong, and my life is better because I prepared against it, right? So you're going to feel better in the short term. You can still have good days. You know, you're learning and you're hustling and you're preparing. And come the Doomsday event, you're going to be prepared. You're going to be okay. You're going to be able to feed your family. Now, here's the thing is this may never happen. Like it might just be, it's very unlikely, but like you're alive for another 50 years. There's no war, there's no pandemic, there's no economic event. You don't get fired. Your business isn't destroyed. There's no climate event. That's even more unlikely than nothing happens. But say that happens. Worst case you did by preparing is that you are more relaxed. Like you prepared and it didn't come to pass. And you're able to live a more stress-free life. So that's the worst thing that can happen. Okay? If you found this useful, again, please share. I think this is a message that people will need to hear. You see that I see plenty. I mean, I told you one of the things I'm studying right now is economics. There's so many doomsday sayers saying, "Oh, you got to have stocks. No, you can't have stocks. Oh, you got to have gold. Oh, no gold. You got to have Bitcoin. Yes, but like, you need to grow food, fam. You need to have attachment to the land, yo. You need to be in good shape. You need to be ready to fast. You need to know how to protect yourself and shoot a firearm. You need to be studying the big picture and understanding, figuring out what might happen and how you can prepare. No one has a crystal ball. No one can predict the future, but we can prepare in case certain events do happen. So I hope you found that useful. I appreciate you. Thanks. Please comment down below. I had a lot of fun filming this video. I know it's not the most beautiful scenic situation, but it's where we are today. So much love and talk to you soon. Peace.